Slightly, it felt like a chance was never ever going to come your way until you finally managed to get one to drop in front of you against Northampton. I suppose it was a great feeling not only to get your first goal, but to show everybody what you're capable of doing in front of goal.
Yeah, no, the first few appearances obviously was coming on, trying my best, but it didn't quite fall for me. So I was just keeping positive and just thinking I know there's going to be a chance come, and I just need to take it when it does come. The circumstances in which it did come, I couldn't really have asked for anything better to take all 3 points of it and it be a winning goal. But yeah, no, I was just really happy to get off the mark, and then that sort of set me on the way really.
And then your second chance, you get a second goal.
Yeah, no, I couldn't really miss this one against Shrewsbury, and obviously it was disappointing because it was just a consolation goal in the end. But on a personal note, I was happy to get another goal just for the confidence really. But it was 2 from 2 chances, so it was a good start in front of goal. Yeah.
How did it feel making your first start as well? Obviously, the manager's been saying that you've been banging on his door. I don't know whether you've literally been banging on his door, of course, but he's been saying that you've been desperate for a start. And how did you feel you got on in your debut?
I was really happy to make a start, so I have to thank the gaffer for putting his faith in me and giving me a go from the outset, especially with how well our other 3 strikers have been doing as well. That everyone deserves really to be putting their hand up and saying, I'm in with a chance of starting. So I have to say thanks to him for putting his faith in me. I think there'll still be rotation, and we'll all get chances because everyone's doing well. We've all got a good relationship with each other, and we're trying to help each other out. So it's great in the team spirit. And for me, obviously, I think for my first start, it was a tough game, but one where we got back to the way we wanted to be playing on a tough pitch, and we showed real courage and character to get back to the way we want to play after a disappointing game against Shrewsbury. So I was happy with the game. Just obviously in the end, it was a real tough one to take for everyone to concede so late on, and I definitely feel we deserve to win the game against Oxford.
Now, when the manager signed you, he said that you're a prospect for the future. We've seen you come on as a sub a few times, and obviously, start on Saturday. You've got a couple of goals to your name. I suppose age is one of those things where if you're good enough, you're old enough, so to speak. Are we slightly harsh in judging you as a young player? Should we be looking at you as a fully fledged first team footballer?
I suppose I'm young for the amount of games I've played in senior football. Obviously with lockdown and my loan, it was a bit of a funny year for me. It didn't quite go to plan, and it was very stop-start. So now coming here in January and really getting my head down and having something to focus on and know, right, this is me now for the next however long, I can just get my head down and really go for it and show everyone what I'm about. I suppose I'm not as young as I could be, as there's some players in this team because it's a young squad, but in terms of first team games I've played and my experience in first team football, then I still am a young player, yeah.
And how are you finding that transition? Obviously, we see a lot of young guys come into the team and they say that it's a completely different sort of style of football compared to what you've been playing before. Yeah,
it's very different physically, and I mean the way the gaffer has us playing those is similar to how I was used to football at Chelsea. We have a lot of possession, we play nice football, we trust each other on the ball, but obviously stepping up into the men's game, physically more demanding, and you have to be very switched on to your role in the team and make sure you do that to the best of your ability, because at the end of the day you're playing for 3 points and you're playing for the fans. So there's more pressure on your shoulders, I'd say, to do well. So I've really enjoyed that part of it.
There's a lot more big brutal centre halves to have to contend with, though, isn't there?
Yeah, especially against the two against Oxford. There's some big boys, but listen, it's part of the challenge. I feel confident, technically. So I just have to play to my strengths and be that poacher in the box and keep putting them in the back of the net.
I mean, I'm sure you have trained alongside some pretty experienced heads in your time already, but when you get the likes of Will Grigg and Cameron Jerome to play alongside, you can't look at very many more better strikers at this level.
Yeah, exactly. Training with them every day, watching them in games, watching their movements, the way they hold the ball and the way they play, and then talking to me in training, they're both always giving me little bits of advice, not too much, but things I can just think about and pick up on and learn off them. So yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better really to be around these types of players and help me improve.
Have you found the transition moving to MK Dons?
I think it's been brilliant really. Everything from day one, all the staff around the club, the players very welcoming. It's been easy to fit in. I think that's why I've been as confident as I has on the pitch, because everything off the pitch has been a really nice transition. So yeah, I couldn't have asked anything more for joining the club really.
And what do you expect for the rest of the season? I mean, the carrot of the playoffs is there dangling, but it might be a little bit too far out of reach, or it might be a little bit too ambitious for any of us to actually shout about and scream about at this stage. But I suppose it's about, for you, getting games under your belt and flying into next season.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we're just taking it as we have done since I've been here, game by game, and obviously now we're just looking ahead to Tuesday. And yeah, for me, I need to try and keep doing well, keep impressing the manager, see where that takes us this season. Obviously, like you say, there's still a little bit of hope there, but no one's thinking that far ahead. We're just taking it game by game. If it starts getting closer, then we'll start to think about it. But for me, it's just doing well, impressing the manager this season, and then yeah, look ahead to next season. Hopefully, be a big player for the club.
And just finally, it's a couple of away games on the spin now for you. Form's really picked up away from home, in particular for MK Dons. It must be exciting to get on the road at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we're just like I said, taking every game by game, but hopefully we can just keep playing our way of football. That's what we'll try and do, and it does bring results, and we wear teams down, and every player's going to have a big part to play. But yeah, we'll look forward to these next few games. We've got a busy month ahead, a lot of games in the next short period of time. So see how many points we can pick up, but we'll be trying our best.